That was a really good Kangaroo Track. Just heading off away from the main roads, heading up this trail, man. Yes, I've got like a 70-year-old A-frame pack. So it's quite a vintage kind of loader. Ominous sound of a chainsaw in the background, man. Let's see what happens with this. Not a chainsaw. It's like bush regeneration or something. One of the reasons I come up here is it's very sparsely populated. Anyway, guys are just wide. A couple of nice blokes are just widening the track. Just, you know, fire access, you know, yeah. It's all good. They got a bit of a funny look dressed like this. So these little areas where you get these sandy deposits, okay, next to the trail, quite often I'll just stop and have a look. That's my pack there. So if we come down here, so we've got an old man Banksia there, Banksia serrata. Okay, and we come down here, we've got absolute beautiful Kangaroo Track here. Yeah, this guy here, really nice one. Okay, I'll just put my boot impression next to it so you get an idea. So that'd be a pretty big size row. There's another few tracks here. Okay, so we've got two here. And two here. We'll get a little bit closer. This looks like feral cat. Okay, I'll follow it around a little bit. So we just got the one big root track, so it must have gone into this area of scrub here. Okay, and we just got a little bit of a trail starting down here. Okay, so you can just see the foliage is just moved across. Alright. And then just here, you can see that disturbance on the bark. Nice little trail just following down there. Pretty interesting. Alright, so I must have done about 6k's now, come up to 6k's. Just stopped a little bit. This pack is getting pretty old, I have to say. The A-frame pack. Yeah, it does take its toll, it does work. I have got it loaded up because of all the gear's pretty much traditional, so it is pretty loaded up, I have to say, more than I usually do. I've had a few problems with it. I'll fill you in that bit later. But it's time to kind of get a little bit more cross country and find a better location for a camp. You know. Alright, so there's a lot of sandstone rock here. Okay, in areas like this where you get a rocky outcrop, often is a good little place to look for water, because you get these you know, these little natural wells happening, these natural pools just happening there, like this guy. But one of the other things that relates to hydration is quartz. Now these are the biggest bits of quartz, like I've found these two. They would be good for starting fire, obviously, if you've got a bit of steel. But this had a traditional use, alright? Traditional Aboriginal use, okay? And it's one of these things where you have to say, I don't recommend this, because it could probably kill you. But what they used to do, used to put it in your mouth, and it kind of stimulates your saliva. So you're dehydrated and you can't find any water, you know, you can keep going a few more kilometers. Just a bit of, I mean, I don't know, with the geology here, you just find a lot of little bits of quartz like this, and bigger bits like this are harder to come by. There's a lot of sandstone, and then when you get near the sea, that's usually where you'll find your chip. But this area is pretty dominated by sandstone. Not much bush tuck around, wild edibles. Do have a native currant. There's a few left on it. Pretty zingy. Come over here. Do have a broadleaf geebung. This one's not in the best of health, so nothing off that. It's not a really good season for wild edibles. Look at this candleback there up here. It's producing a lot of nectar. I have to say that is really yummy, man. That is the best, one of the best tasting bush tucker things I've ever put in my mouth. Really cool. Very old fashioned knife, but you know, does the job. So that's a little bit of this guy, which is Xanthoria. Okay, just took a bit of dead foliage. Really good little fire starter plant. But it has to be said, in this part of the world, there's really no shortage of good plants to start a fire with. It's probably the easiest place in the world to start a fire. Did leave it a little bit late for shelter building, so it's a bit of a quickie, but it's worked alright. So we've probably got maybe half an hour. It's got overcast a little bit as well, so it's cooled down. So this is just to kind of give you guys an idea. This is the kind of area I've been walking through for the past, you know, maybe hour and a half. Alright, done a few Ks, just following a bearing into the scrub. Okay, and this kind of, you know, scrub's pretty hard to walk through. Alright, if you don't have a trail or you're not following a path, it starts to get pretty difficult. And then one of the problems you face when you set up a shelter in this kind of territory, this kind of scrub, it's often hard to find a space, a clearing to do it in. Alright, so this was not much of a space. But for this terrain, this was a good little area, okay? And I've just used really quickly, because I want to go on and finish this camp, I've just used this fallen log, alright, as an anchor point for my top. Alright, this is a US Army half shelter, okay? So rather than make poles and make tent pegs and all that, all I've done, you know, is just anchored it down, you know what I mean? Using available, you know, attachment points, alright, and angling it one way. Alright, you can see I've organised my gear. I've got all my cutting tools and fire kit in one area. Alright, main kit's in there, food's there, sleeping gear's there, so everything kind of has a place. I can kind of find things, alright, do you know what I mean? Everything will get dragged under there tonight in case it does rain. The other reason why I set up shelter here in this area, apart from there was a little bit of a natural clearing and this log was going to help me set up my shelter, okay, is the fact that if we go down this way, now you can probably see a little bit of a path, right, and that's just me going back and forward, you know, 7 or 8 times. So there's a lot of fallen logs just in that area there that are dried out, so there's kind of like a good easy access to firewood. There's a bit of a clearing, and then if we go further, you know, just you know, a 3-minute walk that way, there's a water source. There's a little few little pools of water and some sandstone. So I've got water, I've got good firewood, I've got a bit of a clearing, and also the other thing, just where this is, there's not any really major eucalypts overhanging me that are going to kill me in the night, because obviously that's something you want to take into consideration as well. So that's just really quick, just because I really got to crack on now and just finish this shelter setup. Alright, Kangaroo's cooking away, Billy's boiled, made a cup of tea, bed set up, probably be dark in 15 minutes. Let's grab a couple more sticks of firewood, let's pack the kit away, make sure everything's stored away before it gets dark. Got a headlamp in my pocket, so it's all good. So proper food, eh? Kangaroo kebab, cup of lemon tea, and a little bit of pasta. I didn't have any lunch, so I'm pretty starving, man. Looks pretty good. Spooky noise, 7 o'clock. Somebody using an axe. Oh. Must be somebody camping. Can't think of any other explanation. It's too late at night for anybody to be working on the trail or anything. In the dark. Must be somebody who came in a 4x4. It must be like about 2 kilometers away or something. Sounds really close, but noise can carry in funny ways, man. Alright, survived the Axeman. Got the bacon on the run, and I got the Billy on the boil as well. I'm pretty gasping for a cup of coffee, man, I have to say. Shelter stood alright. Stood up alright. You can tell I need that coffee. A little bit of rain in the night, but no major damage, nothing really got wet, so it's all good. So this is the view from the shelter, okay, so obviously we've got the tarp on top. And it's just attached to a few of the saplings around here. My water bottle, it's actually full of water, killing off. Okay, and there's the kind of view. So I reckon you could call this shelter cam or something like that, alright. So not a little bad shelter, it held up alright last night for that rain we had. Nothing got wet or anything, it was all good. One or two badly placed rocks that I couldn't move, but I had to kind of, you know, just find a good position to sleep in. It was all good. There was that crazy axe thing happening last night, I have to say. It was a bit Blair Witch Project or something like that, but yeah, it's probably somebody who drove in a 4x4 and just, you know, was doing an overnighter. Just that sound carries really far, man. But I'll get off, get up, start moving, pack up, and then I might just switch to haversack carry and just have a bit of a scout around. Amazing sound. It's black cockatoos. I haven't been able to get a good shot, but even the audio is pretty cool, man. This is the scribble gum. Okay. Now we follow that all the way to the end. And we look up, we've got totally healthy foliage at the top, right? We follow down the bottom, Alright. We have got some pretty amazing termite damage. It's pretty common, okay? And then also apart from that, we go right down to the base of the tree. We've got fire damage. Okay. But still alive, still going strong. These Australian trees are mad. Look at this. So this main branch is completely gone, it's completely hollowed out, and we've got healthy limbs coming off here. Do you know what I mean? And then you follow them through and you see that the foliage on them's fine and everything like that. You wouldn't know it was such a damaged tree. I just think that's really cool. The bark's really cool on these guys anyway. It's like something that should be in an art gallery. It's like more than art. Really amazing find. Found this axe head. Must have been here for decades and decades. Possibly even a Viking axe. Could be a Viking axe. Bearded axe maybe, Viking or Norman. It's a bit of sandstone. That's what I thought it was for a second. It was lying on the ground. It's funny how your mind works sometimes. Anyway, gonna wind this video up, guys. Time to head back. The weather's closing in for sure. It's just in the past half hour. I'm gonna follow this ridge line back and pick up my backpack and skedaddle out of here. I don't want to be walking around in the rain. 90% chance of rain, I reckon. There you go. Just a bit of a wander in the bush, having a look at what's here. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you next time.